I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? If you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stood still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday.
Pump up the bass line. baseline.
Wait.
Pump up the baseline.
Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start looking as lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control. Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. For you pain seems to follow, like a shadow dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let it go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me
The Bengals go into week 3 undefeated at 2-0, looking to keep their winning ways going. Tonight, they'll match up with the Lutheran West Longhorns here at John Carroll University's Don Shula Stadium. The Longhorns, sitting at 0-2, are looking for their first win of the season. A good one on tap tonight at Don Shula Stadium. We'll have all the coverage for you here tonight on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Welcome into the broadcast booth here at Don Shula Stadium. I'm Patrick Lloyd, and I'll be with you all night long here tonight from Don Shula Stadium. Well, we've got an exciting matchup for Week 3. Bengals come in at 2-0, Longhorns at 0-2, but the Bengals with a little bit lesser of a test. Lutheran West, more of a weaker opponent. They've had a rough start to the season. Neither of their games so far have been very close. And, it'll be interesting to see how the Bengals are able to approach this game. My partner, Luca Bucci, is not here tonight. He's got the night off. So it'll be just me joining you here tonight. And then Caden Forte also is going to be out tonight for the Bengals. So we'll have to see how that plays an impact. We'll see a lot more of Corday Blair. And then maybe also mixing in some other players. Owen Slemps should be back off the injured list tonight. So a lot of question marks going in for the Bengals tonight. But hopefully a game where, they can take a lead early and keep building on it and try some things out in this game. Good opportunity there. The Bengals last week, they beat Padua 7-0, and it was a defensive battle. What a great game, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that game recap. Shoot. The Bengals found themselves facing a 2nd and 12 on their first drive of the game when Gio Iacampo decided to use his legs to pick up 7 yards on the outside. On the next play, Corday Blair picked up a first down for the Bengals. Blocks by O'Connell and Spikes helped Blair pick up the yardage he needed. Later on this drive, on a crucial 3rd and 8, Iacampo finds Tremel Reese for a 7-yard pickup, putting them just a yard short of the first down. Then Forte picks up huge yardage towards the far side to put the Bengals in scoring position. Then on 2nd and goal, Forte punches it in, putting the Bengals up 6-0. Watch Eric Charmley here. He contains Haddad, giving Forte a hole for the score. Then Nate Majors drills a PAT to put the Bengals up 7-0, and from there, it was a defensive battle. Watch Will Eschke here make a diving tackle to force 3rd down. Then Cam Hill makes a nice play, deflecting this pass to force 4th down and a Bruins punt. We see more defensive contributions from Will Eschke here as he teams up with Noma and Nsikwe to stop the Bruins in the backfield. The Bruins quarterback Landon Hanover ran a ton, but it was stopped here by lineman Matt Wilson. The Bruins, they struggled on 4th down all night. Here's an incomplete pass to turn it over. On the other side of the ball, Gio Iacampo completed this pass to Jonathan Spikes, who flipped the field with the longest completion of the night for Benedictine. The run game moved the ball all the way down the field, and the Bengals were looking to take a 2-possession lead when the Bengals fumbled, turning the ball back to Padua. Padua tried the design QB run again, but Sean O'Connell wasn't letting that happen with this tackle for loss. With the Bengals trying to run out the clock, this big quarterback run with Matthew First picked up a huge 4th down conversion to keep the drive moving. Then Corday Blair seals it with this pickup on 3rd down, which set the Bengals up for victory formation. The Bengals lead Padua Stadium with a scrappy 7-0 victory over the Bruins, advancing their 2025 record to 2-0. So a good scrappy win last week for the Bengals. They took down a good Padua team who beat them in the playoffs last year. That's a big win for the Bengals going into this week, going 2-0 into this game against a Lutheran West team who has struggled. And we saw already Bengals being aggressive in this game. Just in the coin toss, the Bengals won the coin toss and elected to receive. So they're going to start the game with the ball here and a chance to take the lead early and set the tone in this football game. Going back to Lutheran West, they lost their first game of the season to Garfield Heights. They lost 55-8, and then they lost to Aurora last week, 47-0. As for the Bengals, a really nice win over Gilmore Academy in Week 1, right here at Don Shula Stadium, 21-19. And then obviously last week, 7-0 over Padua, a defensive battle, but the coaching staff was very pleased with the Bengals defense last week. So team's still yet to come out of the locker room here at Don Shula Stadium, so we're going to step aside. We've got the Bengals and the Longhorns coming up next here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Complete to Luke Carlton. He's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Luke Carlton gets into the end zone, and the Bengals have taken a commanding lead in this game. Block out quick. Takes a handoff, and he's taken to the ground by Tyrell O'Neal. Picked off by Antoine Smith. Unbelievable! Nick McGrew to run, and nobody in front of him. Antoine Smith, kickoff return, touchdown.
All right, welcome back to Don Shula Stadium here at John Carroll University. Here come your 2025 Benedictine Bengals. Bengals in their navy blue jerseys over white pants with the Columbia blue lettering. The Lutheran West Longhorns, they have white jerseys over white pants with black and red trim, gray lettering, and we are just about ready to get things going here. Once again, my name is Patrick Lloyd. I'll be joining you tonight. And the Bengals, they did win the coin toss. They chose to receive. So the Bengals are going to start with the ball. I will say, not a whole ton of hype around this game. I mean, a game that the Bengals are coming in thinking that they really should have no real trouble in, and obviously student section not too big, and that home crowd over there isn't too big, so hope we have a lot of people tuning in from home. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully an exciting night of football is ahead. So the Longhorns will come out and kick off. We have some different numbers going on tonight, so apologies if we struggle with that. That's number 17, Patrick Shea. He usually doesn't wear number 17. And I also saw Jonathan Spikes was rocking 26 today during the coin toss. So again, bear with us up here in the booth if we have people wrong, because these numbers for these blue jerseys are, for whatever reason, different. Here we go. To kick for the Longhorns is number 13, Dallas Nixon, the sophomore kicker and punter for Lutheran West, and we are underway from Don Shula Stadium. It's going to be attempted to be taken in on the far side by Antoine Livingston, but it flies out of bounds. There will be a flag on the play. That's a penalty kickoff out of bounds penalty, and that'll move the Bengals up. First and 10 for Benedictine as they get this game started. We'll wait and see, and it looks like it's going to be Matthew First at quarterback to start this game off, and that's a little bit different from what we saw before. No, that's Gio Iacampo. That is my apologies. Saw Matthew First out there as well, but Iacampo trots onto the field. He's got Corday Blair in the backfield. Here on the near side, it's Tremel Reese and Luke Carlton. Iacampo in shotgun formation. Antoine Smith is on the far side. He's going to bring Blair to his left. Motion here from Antoine Smith, and a little pitch to him. He's going to run towards this near side. He's going to get the first down past the 45, and a good first down play on the first play of the game to get the Bengals moving here. We'll take another look at that on the replay. Little pitch to Antoine Smith, no trouble with that, and dodge number 10 for Lutheran West. That's Craigo Pierce, and the Bengals are moving early. 1st and 10. Iacampo in shotgun formation. He's got Blair in the backfield again. Just Tremel Reese here on the near side this time. Carlton's on the far side with Smith. He brings Blair to his left. Iacampo drops back. He's going to throw. He finds a completion, and that is Antoine Smith again. He picks up the first down, and the Bengals with back-to-back one-play first downs, and they have moved into Longhorn territory. As we look at that replay again, a nice catch and a nice find there by Gio Iacampo for the first down. Bengals moving the ball early here. You love to see it. Iacampo in shotgun formation again. It's Carlton and Reese down low. He's got Spikes and Smith up high. Iacampo rolls out, and he is going to be taken down and well behind the line of scrimmage at about the 50-yard line. That'll push the Bengals back about 10 yards for second and around 20. A very windy night tonight at John Carroll. Week 3 last year, the Bengals fell. They came into the game 2-0. They fell to the St. Francis Red Raiders from Hamburg, New York in an absolute battle in the downpouring rain. And that was quite the night. Reese and Carlton here on the near side. And it's Smith on the far side, motion from him again. Iacampo is going to fake the handoff to Smith, hand it off to Blair, and Corday Blair with a nice run on second down and 20, and he's going to be just short about the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 3rd and long now for the Bengals on a drive that started off incredible, and now Bengals trying not to stutter out here. Another look at that. Yeah, there's Jonathan Spikes wearing number 26. He normally wears number 1, so all right, Reese is on the near side again. He's got Carlton and Smith up top. Shotgun formation, Blair in the backfield. Iacampo brings Blair to his left here on a 3rd and 14. Low snap, Iacampo, trouble, he's going to be sacked. Incredible start for the Longhorns defense. 2 really quick first downs for the Bengals, followed up by great work and 2 sacks. And we haven't seen the Bengals be sacked too much this year, but Iacampo gets taken down there, and that's going to push the Bengals back to a 4th and 27. They'll be forced to punt here with sophomore kicker and punter Nate Majors, who's been absolutely incredible for the Bengals so far this season. Here's the snap, taken in by Majors. Boots it down to the 25, and fair catch attempt went off the Longhorns. Got to be careful there if you're Lutheran West and a flag is called. I think this is going to be on the Bengals. A lot of contact there. Fair catch interference will most likely be called on this play. And so it looks like the Longhorns are going to start, and we don't have a ball spot yet. Oh, there it is. Okay, so about the 25-yard line, pending the penalty flag, and it looks like, no, they are going to start right there at the 25. So Longhorns, it was a 5-yard penalty, so they're going to start at the 25-yard line. And now we get a chance for a first look at this Lutheran West offense. Quarterback for Lutheran West. It is Christian Kelly in the first handoff, and Owen Slemps is in there early to take down running back number 22. That's Kelly Mickler, and that name might sound familiar to Bengals fans. He transferred out. He would be a senior well, he is a senior this year, but he would be a senior at Benedictine this year. But of course, at running back, wasn't going to get many opportunities behind Chris Maloney and Jameer Church, especially last year. There's that tackle again, and Owen Slumps getting in there, getting in the action early, and that's good to see coming off the injured list. Mickler to the right of Kelly. Here's the snap. Another handoff to Kelly Mickler. He finds the outside a little bit, but the Bengals are in there again, and the ball could be loose. Eschke's in there, as well as Gabe Dolan. Refs are talking. Bengals ball. The Bengals recover the fumble, and they're getting the ball back. And we'll have to see who forced the fumble, but that's a great start for the Bengals defense coming off of a shutout. So we're going to look at the replay right here. The snap and the handoff to Mickler. And for the Bengals, a lot of guys in there, but Jonathan Spikes and Kellen Donnelly looked like were the main tacklers on the play. And back to the action now in the Bengals offense with great starting field position. They got Reese on the near side with Carlton. Motion here from Pat Shea, and a handoff to Corday Blair is not going far. And this Lutheran West defense has looked pretty good so far. So the ball doesn't move on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. The wind here tonight at Don Shula Stadium reminds me of Week 10 last year. Senior night against St. Vincent St. Mary was a windy night, and it can really pick up in here. Shotgun formation here from Iacampo. He's going to hand it off to Blair again. Blair is going to find a hole this time, powering forward for a first down. And the Bengals are just outside of a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and 10 with the first down marker at about the 1-yard line. I believe the Bengals are going to be placed at the 11-yard line. And great run there from Corday Blair. Another look at it. Found the hole. Good blocking there, and eventually taken down by the Longhorns. Number 31, Andrew Pierce. Iacampo in shotgun formation with Blair starting to his right. Now he's behind him. Reese and Carlton down low. It's going to be Smith up top. Spikes over there as well. Now Blair's to the right of Iacampo. Here's the snap. Iacampo fakes the handoff. He's going to roll out to the right side. Looking, goes towards the end zone, and it's caught! Luke Carlton finds the end zone with the over-the-shoulder catch, and the Bengals have found the scoreboard first tonight. We'll take another look. Iacampo faked the handoff to Blair, rolled out, was looking towards the end zone, and a great catch by Luke Carlton, and it's 6-0 Bengals. Now for the PAT, it's Nate Majors. Snap, hold, kick is good. Nate Majors continues to be perfect for the Bengals. And the Bengals now lead 7-0 early in the first quarter. Well, after a rough first offensive drive, after the Bengals just couldn't move the ball after the first 2 plays, they bounced back here after a short gain, a nice run there from Corday Blair to pick up the first down, and then right after that, a nice running throw by Gio Iacampo. Great catch in the end zone by Luke Carlton, and the Bengals are on the board first here from Don Shula Stadium. And what a beautiful night. We definitely saw a better crowd here for the game against Gilmore. Gilmore in week 1. Next week, the Bengals travel to NDCL to take on the Lions, and what should be a really good game, I believe, honestly, that those are two very evenly matched teams. So we'll have to see how the Bengals square up with them. We're hoping to bring you live coverage again, just like we did last week at Padua. But again, just follow our social channels, and you'll see updates throughout the week, especially on Twitter, on whether or not the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network will be at NDCL. And then following that game, we come back home for what will be a battle against Lake Catholic. That's an exciting one as well. Future conference matchup. As Nate Major's kickoff is taking a bounce at the 20 and rolling all the way back. Who fell on it? Do the Bengals have the football? Yes, Corday Blair. Bengals are getting the ball inside the 10. First and goal. And this is the aggressive start that we talked about in the pregame. You need this early. We'll take another look. Nate Majors, good kickoff. Well, Lutheran West just couldn't handle it. And who did it hit? It must have hit number 21 right there, because John Jones was in there first. Corday Blair fell on it. Bengals are getting the ball back quickly here, and you wonder how quickly the Bengals can get up big here. Here we go. First and goal. It's Matthew First out here for his first drive of the night. Tremel Reese on the near side with Carlton. It's Smith on the far side again. Spikes over there as well. The running back is number 32, Earl Jackson. So we're seeing a change there and an opportunity for Earl Jackson with Caden Forte out tonight. And now Jackson's going to leave. So let's see who will replace him, and it looks like it's going to be Blair again. Corday Blair definitely getting his reps in tonight. He's going to start in the backfield here. Now he's going to go to the left of Matthew First. Motion in front here from Jonathan Spikes. Here's the snap. First looking to throw. Goes towards the near side, and it's caught. And into the end zone for a touchdown is Jonathan Spikes. Another look at it. A nice quick pass here to Spikes. He finds the end zone. Bengals up 13-0 in a quick start. Only took Matthew First one throw, and the Bengals now have a 2-possession lead. Nate Majors looking to extend it. Snap. And a fake. Carlton's going to look to throw. Towards the near side. Heaves it in the air. Caught! No! Dropped! He had it at first, but deflected out by the Longhorns. And wow, what does that tell you? The Bengals definitely trying to make a statement. They feel confident in this game, confident enough to take their chances here and, you know, try it out. Maybe in a close game, you need a 2-point conversion, or you'd like to go up by more points. Try this, you know. Luke Carlton, throw was there, just unfortunately couldn't be caught. Nice coverage by Lutheran West. Carlton throwing on the run. That's a spiral. Good stuff. He had Spikes in the end zone, just popped out. And yeah, apologies. Jonathan Spikes wearing number 26 is new for this game. Usually wears number 1. So that's been throwing me off a little bit, but we'll get it here soon. Well, big start for the Bengals. If the game continues at this rate, it could maybe be another rough game for the Lutheran West Longhorns. They've had 2 blowouts to start their season. Mentioned it in the pregame. Lost to Garfield Heights 55-8, and then lost to Aurora last week 47-0. So they've lost by a combination of, I think, 100 and pardon my math here, it's gonna be wrong. 108. That's wrong. I know it's wrong, but it's okay. And then only 8 points scored in the season, so only 1 touchdown Lutheran West has scored as that takes a bounce again and goes out of bounds. And Lutheran West has had a really hard time playing these kickoffs. 102. That is, you know, Mr. Shell wouldn't be too happy with me on that math skills, although I studied for his math test today, and I think I did pretty good. So, Mr. Shell, if you're watching, please grade my test. Okay, here we go. Lutheran West offense back out for another drive. Here's the quarterback, Kelly. He hands it off, and a run up the middle's not going anywhere. Looks like now they have number 21, Ryan Dway, in at running back. It'll be a 2nd and 12. And correction, the quarterback is number 16, Dev McDonald, the sophomore. And it could be that they're switching quarterbacks much like Benedictine, or, you know, it is tough to see these gray numbers on the white jerseys. Here's a snap and a flag thrown, so this is a false start against the Longhorns, and that'll push them back even more. Yeah, the running back is now Ryan Dway, the sophomore running back, and the quarterback is Dev McDonald, the sophomore quarterback. So I guess at this point in the season, Lutheran West decided that they need to switch something up, and they're trying to go with their young guys because they're the future of this football program. And they don't have a lot of guys on the bench, as we can see below us here. I mean, not a lot of depth here for the Lutheran West football team. The freshman team won yesterday. I believe the score was 22-8, so good start for the freshman team. 3rd and 17. Here's the snap and the handoff. Not going very far again, and they'll be stopped behind the line. Some miscommunication again here by the chains. Now it's 3rd down. So that the scoreboard in the stadium was wrong. Now it says 4th down. That's not true. 3rd down and long as we look at that play again. Nice tackle there. Bengals were all over it. 3rd and 12. And now a different player in the quarterback position. He almost fumbled it in a designed run with Chauncey Watson, the senior wide receiver and safety, but he's going to be short of the 4th down. It's going to be 4th and long, and we'll have to see what the Longhorns are going to do. It looks like they're going to stay on the field, trying to be aggressive. No, here comes Dallas Dixon, the punter, and the Bengals are getting the ball back here. Here we go. High snap, and it's blocked! The Bengals get it! Oh, wow, it was blocked, I think, by Antoine Smith. Although we'll have to look at it again. Wow! Bengals, special teams electric tonight as well. Here's the snap, high snap. And yeah, there comes Antoine Smith, and I think that's Owen Slemps as well. So I think Antoine Smith initially got it there, or yeah, he got the ball, but Owen Slemps was in there to block the punt. And wow, coming back off the injured list, making a big impact here for Benedictine. And now it's 13-0. The Bengals starting off with incredible field position again. The last couple of drives that they've scored on have been from good field position, coming off of that messed up kickoff. First, shotgun formation, takes the snap, drops back, heaves it deep, he's got a man. Oh, tipped out of the hands of Antoine Smith. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Bengals aren't being shy about slinging the rock tonight. And that's a little bit of a different look because the Bengals have relied on that run game all season, it seems. Bengals will line up for 2nd and 10. Lining up on the far side is Xander Smith, and then Carlton and Reese here on the near side. Earl Jackson is in the backfield again. Motion here from Pat Shea. Snap from Matthew First. He hands it off to Jackson. Jackson trying to spin out of there, but he's going to lose a couple yards on the play. And now it'll be a 3rd and long, and you wonder, in this situation, do you also think about maybe testing the leg of Nate Majors? And now we're hearing this Lutheran West band. They're loud over here. Haven't heard them much tonight, but getting loud here for this 3rd down. And nice sunset going on here beyond the new building here at John Carroll that they're almost done. I saw like next week they're going to open up that new athletic building, so real exciting to see that. Spikes and Xander Smith on the far side again. Reese Carlton near side. And it's Corday Blair back in the backfield, but a timeout taken by the Bengals. We'd like to take this timeout to remind you about our campus tours. You can take a deeper look into the beautiful campus of Benedictine High School during this fall's campus tours. On October 1st from 5:30 to 7 p.m., you can see all that Benedictine has to offer. Visit cbhs.edu/admissions for more information. Just like to take this moment also to shout out our incredible admissions team. We're going to talk about it a little bit later, but you can schedule HSPT tests and things right now with our incredible admissions team, Mr. Sterkula, Mr. McLaughlin, and Mr. Stevenson. They do an incredible job. Best admissions team in the nation, as Mr. Sterkula likes to say. So Bengals back out here. 2 on the far side, and Carlton and Smith. Reese on the near side. Motion from Spikes first to throw. Goes over the top, and he overthrows Jonathan Spikes, and now it'll be 4th down. Spikes beat his man, but first throw just wasn't on point, and decision time for the Bengals on 4th down. They'll probably go for it. So first is off the field, but the rest of the Bengals offense is still out there. So I have to see what the plan is here. No, here comes First. Okay. First back on the field. 4th and 12. Blair now to the left of First. Trips on the near side, and Smith, Carlton, and Reese. And another timeout taken by the Bengals. Smith was on the far side, but now a timeout. Building off of what we just talked about last time out, Benedictine's Fall Open House. That's on November 2nd. The event begins with Mass at 10 a.m. in the Abbey Chapel, followed by the open house at 11. Come to see all Benedictine has to offer. Visit cbhs.edu/admissions for more information. Fall Open House, I really encourage anybody that's available to come out. It is really a great event. I always enjoy it. You'll see me there almost certainly. Bengals back out here for a 4th and 12. First is going to line up in shotgun formation. He's got trips now on the far side in Smith, Carlton, and Antoine Smith. That's Reese, Carlton, and Antoine Smith, and then Xander Smith on the near side. First is going to throw. He goes for Xander Smith, but a lot of contact, but it is an incomplete pass, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Bengals defense back out there. They've done a really nice job so far. Lutheran West has had trouble doing really anything offensively. The Bengals defense coming off of a shutout against Padua last week. And the offense already looking much more alive this week. Here's the snap, and now that wide receiver's back at quarterback as the handoff picks up solid yardage for Lutheran West. And we've got a lot of young guys on the field already. Here on the near side, we have number 18, Javion Levitz, playing DB. And then on the far side, John Jones and Antoine Livingston. Kellen Donnelly's at safety. Cam Hill's out there as well. Shotgun formation again here for the quarterback as he hands it off, and that'll be a first down run. He cuts it back up towards the inside, eventually taken down there, and that is by Javion Levitt. And a nice pickup, and I believe the first down of the night for Lutheran West. Yeah, first down of the night for the Longhorns. Yeah, wide receiver safety Chauncey Watson, the senior, stepping in at quarterback here. Gotta wonder the reasoning behind that. And oh, well, now we have a change again. And it's, no, correction, that is Chauncey Watson. He hands it off here. And that run not going for very much with Ryan Dway, the sophomore running back. Not very much consistency offensively with who's on the field for Lutheran West. Watson in shotgun formation. Dway in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hands it off. The run with Dway towards the near side. Another solid run. So now it's going to be 3rd and short for Lutheran West. We have a 3rd and 1. And another test for this Bengals defense. Third and 1. Big chance for the Longhorns here to keep moving the ball and find some consistency on offense. And now, somebody else in the quarterback position. I mean, it is just going all over the place. That run is going to get the first down for Lutheran West. Out there again for the Longhorns was number 15, Lavelle Ramsey, at quarterback. And wow, we've just seen all sorts of different guys there, but Chauncey Watson runs back out. He's been playing most of the snaps at quarterback in this game, and he's not even a quarterback according to the roster. Last play of the first quarter, if they even get it off. 4 seconds left, 3, 2, and yep, they're not gonna get it off here. So that's gonna do it for the first quarter of action here from Don Shula Stadium. Your score, Benedictine off to a hot start. They lead the Lutheran West Longhorns 13-0. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium. Your score, Benedictine 13, Lutheran West 0. The Longhorns find themselves with a first down in Bengals territory. The first they've really moved the ball all night long. And the snap gets away, and the Longhorns just have to fall on it. Chauncey Watson loses a ton of yardage with a bad snap there. We'll go ahead and take another look at it. And it just slipped right out of his hands. And you wonder if that has anything to do with the inexperience at quarterback, especially because he's listed, again, as a wide receiver. So it'll be 2nd and 21. Watson in shotgun formation. He's got Dwayne in the backfield. Here's the snap, pitch to him, and he tries to cut up towards the inside, and he's going to be taken down pretty quickly. I believe Jonathan Spikes was in there, and now a 3rd and long for Lou West. Here's another look, the pitch to Dwayne, and yeah, I guess eventually it was Jonathan Spikes. He was hit up before that, though. Third and 19. Bengals defense with another chance to keep the Longhorns off the scoreboard. They were knocking on the door just a little bit, moving the ball nicely there for a couple plays, but now struggling once again. Watson shotgun formation. Dwayne to his right, trips on the far side. They're going to hand it off again and almost taken down, but eventually Jonathan Spikes gets in there, and now it'll be 4th and long. Pat Shea helped on the tackle as well, and we'll look at the replay. Initially hit by Will Eschke, slowed him down for Pat Shea and Jonathan Spikes, and now it's 4th and long. It'll be a 4th and 18, only a gain of 1 yard on the play. But it looks like Lutheran West is at least lining up. No, they will punt. That's Dallas Nixon, the kicker punter for Lutheran West, and Bengals with a chance to score here again. Almost some trouble, but the punt does pretty well for the Longhorns. Takes a bounce at the 20. It's taken in here by Tremel Reese. He's going to try and cross the field to the far side. Tries to cut back up towards the inside, but eventually taken down. Nice job by the Lutheran West special teams there. And this feels more like a game that we saw last year here at home. I mean, we saw a lot of blowouts. The Bengals blew out Shaker Heights. They blew out St. Vincent St. Mary. They blew out Canton South. So we saw a lot of blowouts at home. And so we're kind of feeling a little bit more like last year here. Bengals offense had a little bit of a rough drive last time out, but we're going to get their mojo back here. Ia Campbell's going to line up under center. No wide receivers here on the near side. There's 2 on the far side. Motion and whistles. Timeout taken by Lutheran West. Remember, our youth night is September 19th against Lake Catholic. All youth football players and band members are invited to join us at Don Shula Stadium at 7:30 p.m. for the Bengals matchup against the Lake Catholic Cougars. Tickets for this game and all future games are available at bengalsathletics.com through our hometown ticketing link. Bengals rocking the navy blue jerseys for the first time this year. Last year, this week was the same. They wore the same combination, I think. I think they've matched up for the first 3 weeks what the first 3 weeks were last year as far as jersey combos go. I can't go under center. Motion here from O'Connell. Here's the snap. Handoff. Blair up the middle. Tripped up, but a nice pickup on first down, and it'll be about 2nd and half the distance. So a 2nd and 6 for for Benedictine. Icampo in his third drive of the game. Campo's going to be under center here. Blair in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Motion again from O'Connell. Same set as last play. The snap. Hand off to Blair, and he's not going far. So now a third down again for the Bengals, and the offense has really slowed down after those back-to-back touchdown drives. Third and 6. It might be shorter. Currently 3rd and 6. We'll wait for a change. Scoreboard says 3rd and 6. It's actually about a 3rd 4 or 5. But regardless, Campo backs up into shotgun. He's got Blair behind him. No wide receivers on the near side. 2 on the far side again. Here's the snap. Fake handoff. Campo's going to try and throw for Sean O'Connell, but he overthrew him, and the Bengals will be forced to punt again. Bengals set up to punt. Nate Majors doing a good job so far in this game. Longhorns with 2 timeouts left. The Bengals with 1. High snap, barely caught by Majors, but he still boots it past the 50. And whoa, some trouble in front. The Bengals, after a roll, will down it at about the 41-yard line. We'll take a look at these first down statistics. It's really not too much of a lopsided battle. The Bengals with 4 first downs in this game, and the Longhorns with just 2. But you have to remember that a lot of the first down, or a lot of the big plays that Benedictine has had has been on first down. So like touchdowns. I think we're both on first down. But so far, Lutheran West hanging on here in the second quarter, down 13. And I must have missed. Looks like the Bengals have the football. Something must have happened on the punt, but it's Bengal football, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Benedictine. And a timeout taken by Lutheran West. So, apologies, I missed. And again, apologies for the confusion up in the booth. Nobody really knows. So, again, sorry about that, but the Bengals are going to get the football back. The ref's over there talking to the sideline. I'm not quite sure what happened. Must have been something on the punt. But the ball spot is back around where the Bengals punted, so must have been some kind of flag or something that we missed. Again, sorry about that. And so the Bengals are going to have a 1st and 10 with the offense out there. It's Gio Iacampo. He's got Corday Blair in the backfield. Carlton and Reese here on the near side. Nobody on the far side again. Same set. Blair now to the left of Iacampo. He's going to throw Oh, and just overthrew Tremel Reese. Quarterback's having a little bit of trouble with the pass accuracy here so far, but it'll be 2nd and 10. Campo under center. We'll see. He'll line up under center. 2 wide receivers on the near side again. Here's the snap. This time a handoff to Corday Blair, and he quickly picks up the 1st down. A nice run by Corday Blair, and the Bengals are moving the chains here. Here's another look. Corday Blair hits the hole there, and finally dragged down by Craigo Pierce, the junior linebacker for the Longhorns. So now another 1st down for the Bengals. That's a big pickup there to keep the ball moving. There you see Longhorns student section. Campo under center. Blair in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the near side. Motion from O'Connell. Here's the snap. Handoff again to Corday Blair. Again he finds a hole, and he picks up about 7. So it'll be 2nd down and short. Maybe 4 for Benedictine. And incorporating that run game. Moving the ball a little bit better here. And doing a better job here of the variety between the pass and the run. 2nd and 4. Campo under center. Blair in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Motion from O'Connell. Carlton and Reese on the far side. Here's the snap. Campo hands it off to Blair. Blair tries to stand on his feet, and he does towards the outside. He picks up the 1st down, and the Bengals are moving the chains again thanks to Corday Blair. And he's gotten an opportunity this game with Forte out, and he's really capitalized on it. Nice blocking there by Sean O'Connell to allow Corday Blair to pick up the 1st down. Here we go, 1st and 10. Bengals line up again with Campo under center. Reese and Carlton on the near side. Here's the snap. Campo fakes the handoff to Earl Jackson. Throws on the run, complete to Luke Carlton. That's another 1st down. Past the 30, Carlton's gone! He made a great move, and he's into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game. Luke Carlton, how about that? Here's another look. Campo faked that handoff to Earl Jackson. A great throw on the run again. Complete to Luke Carlton. What a nice juke. Put a guy on the ground, and Luke Carlton took it to the house. And he told me earlier today, you got to be ready. Have those vocal cords ready for this game. He told me he was going to show out, and that's what he's doing. Now he's back out there for the hold for Nate Majors. Quick turnaround. Here's the snap. Hold, kick. And it is perfect for Nate Majors once again. Nate Majors continues to do an incredible job, and the Bengals extend their lead to a 3-possession lead after an incredible touchdown there by Luke Carlton. And hopefully Carlton gaining some trust of the coaching staff here, and they'll continue to utilize him here in the future. Here comes the Bengals special teams unit, who's done a nice job tonight as well, led by that kicker Nate Majors. Major's having about as good of a season as you could hope for. Haven't tried him for too many field goals yet, but all his PATs have been great. Another really nice kickoff inside the 5, taken in here by Lutheran West. They're going to try and run it here to the near side, and a decent return for the Longhorns, number 15, Lavelle Ramsey, sophomore. So now the Longhorns offense is going to try to get something going here. They've had some trouble tonight, although they have shown some good bright spots. So we'll see how they look to build off of those last 2 drives. Back out at quarterback is Dev McDonald. We saw him to start the game, but the handoff goes to the running back. He runs towards the outside, and once again, that's number 21, Ryan Dway, and he got about 5 yards for 2nd down. Here's another look at that play. Marquise Norman almost got to him, but eventually hit down, and we'll see who's at the bottom of the pile there. Looked like Will Eschke, although I could be wrong about that. Here's the snap. Handoff again. Trying to power forward, but tripped down. Jalen Good was in there. Will Eschke as well. And another nice stop on the Lutheran West run. There's that Bengals student section with the USA theme tonight. And a nice little showing. Definitely grown as the game's gone on, so that's nice to see. And they continue to get rowdy here at these games. We've seen good attendance at all 3 of our games so far, even on the road at Panawa last week. So it's 3rd and 5 now for the Longhorns. They set up with a 2 running back set, now motion. That's number 44, Dominic Singra. Here's the snap, another handoff towards the near side. They're going to be short of the 1st down. Good work there by Antoine Smith, and Jonathan Spikes. Spikes thinks he has the football. They're going to say he was down first. So it'll be 4th down and short for the Longhorns. And decision-making time, it's going to be 4th and about 2. And it looks like they're going to want to go for this. All right, 4th and 1. Number 16, Dev McDonald back out there, sophomore quarterback. But he does not line up in the quarterback position. Oh, yes. Correction. Yes, he does. Under center with Dwayne in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Snap, handoff, 1st down, Lutheran West. Lutheran West fans, finally something to cheer about. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's the snap, pitch. Bengals were there, but a nice move by Dway. He's going to be just short of the 1st down. Picked up about 8 yards on the play. So now a 2nd and 3 as we look at that play again. And apologies, we're having some technical difficulties, as you can see. There we go. Apologies for that. The Longhorns find themselves here with a 3rd and 8. As we look at the play we missed there because of the technical difficulties, a pitch to Dway. Shotgun formation here, motion in front. They will hand it off, and Sean O'Connell! Big tackle for loss. Michael Galt Jr. was trying to run for the other side of the field, but Sean O'Connell caught up as we take a look at the replay. Sean O'Connell bounced off his man there, number 61, aided Barnes, and he got Galt running. And now that's going to set up a big 4th and long. And now again, decision time for the Longhorns with just over a minute left to go. A timeout was taken. Timeout taken by the Longhorns. So we have no timeouts left for the Bengals, 1 for the Longhorns. A little bit of a misunderstanding there, but gets a little cold as the sun sets here at John Carroll for Friday Night Lights, a little Friday Night Football. I know we've got an exciting weekend of football coming up next. I believe Ohio State plays Grambling State. Apologies if I'm wrong about that. I'm not an Ohio State fan. I'm a Notre Dame fan, and we have a bye week. But we take on Texas A&M next week, so that should be a good game. Browns open up their season as well, so super excited for that. And I'm excited for the Browns this year, but I will probably be let down pretty quickly as that run to the outside also isn't going anywhere, and it's Sean O'Connell again. Wow, what an incredible job by Sean O'Connell. Here's that play again. It almost looks identical to the play before. And Sean O'Connell's getting fired up. 4th and 13. This Bengals defense, I can't stress it enough, man. I mean, they've been incredible the last couple of weeks, especially last week. I mean, it goes without saying. A shutout, I mean, can't ask for anything more than that from a defense. And a Padua offense that really wasn't bad. I mean, their quarterback, dual threat. His wide receivers didn't do him any favors. But a dual threat quarterback, he ran the ball really well. He did much better than we expected going in. Another timeout taken. That's going to be Lutheran West. They used their last timeout, and now both squads out of timeouts here. Well, a good game so far here by the Bengals. They lead here by 20 points. In case you're just joining us, they faked a PAT and tried with a wide receiver pass. Luke Carlton fired it to the end zone, but good coverage by the Longhorns. The pass was on target to Jonathan Spikes, but it bounced off his hands, so that's why it's 20-0. A good half all around. Definitely some room for improvement, but the Bengals will look to come out firing here in the second half. Lutheran West with the football here on a 4th and 13. We'll see what they do. 4th and 18, correction. Yeah, they did lose a lot there on that last play. So 4th and 18. But the Longhorns do receive the football to start the second half. We know that the Bengals won the coin toss. They decided to receive, which a little bit more of a rare decision. We see kind of a lot of teams decide to defer there if they win the coin toss, but Bengals wanted to come out firing in this game. And a flag here on the punt. So that's going to come back. Offsides against the Bengals, so that'll push Lutheran West a little bit closer. They still should punt here. We have a 4th and about 13, yeah, so 5-yard penalty, 4th and 13. A nice punt here. It's going to go over the head of Trammell Reese. It bounces off of him. He is able to recover, and now let's see what he can do with the return. He makes a nice move. Lutheran West bounces off each other. He gets past the 30. Spin move at the 40. There goes Reese. What a nice return. Down to the Longhorns' 41-yard line. Trammell Reese. Looked like he had nothing going there, and he made some great moves to make that play worth something. Watch this here. He causes number 23 to hit his own teammate. Then he dodges that guy at the 30-yard line, makes a nice spin move, keeps going, try to cut back in towards the middle, and finally taken down by number 61, Aiden Barnes. We know Trammell Reese is a good kick returner. He returned the first kickoff of the season for a touchdown against Gilmore. The transfer from John Marshall in his second year at Benedictine, his junior year now of high school. Played his freshman year at John Marshall, played an impact for them, and even during his freshman year. 14 seconds for the Bengals to work with, and it looks like they're going to pull them back. It must have been a flag, or maybe he stepped out of bounds at some point. But 1st and 10 here with 14 seconds left with the Bengals to work with. We'll see what they try to do with it, if anything. Campo in shotgun formation. He's going to bring Corday Blair to his left. Here's a low snap and a handoff to Blair, and whistles everywhere. And a late takedown after the hit, but and I'm not sure what the whistle is. No flag on the play, no timeouts left for either team, so it couldn't have been that. Did the clock ever start? It did. So now the clock says 0 here in the stadium. That's not right. And we're just going to go to halftime. Okay, not sure what happened there, but halftime from Don Shula Stadium. Your score, Benedictine leads the Lutheran West Longhorns 20-0. A great showing here in the first half from the Bengals, and they'll look to add to it in the second half. We're going to cut to a break, and we'll be back for our marching bands and the second half of action. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Brings together 3 powerhouse hits you know and love. First, get ready for that jumping energy of Girls Like You.
Ladies and gentlemen, love is in the air. Got soul. Picnic this man invites you to the smooth side. Our soul is like soul. It's just so much. Hey, soul and love. Real tonight, the masterpiece. Concert charges 1969 plus the legendary period of one Michael Jackson. Here is I Want You Back by the Jackson 5.
6525, extension 2520. That's 216-696-6525, extension 2520 to lend help. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium, where your halftime score is the Benedictine Bengals 20 and the Lutheran West Longhorns 0. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at Don Shula Stadium. My name is Patrick Lloyd. I'll be with you the rest of the night. And an interesting game so far for the Bengals. We've seen some bright spots, some low spots. They've looked good in certain aspects tonight for sure. We've saw a really good game from Luke Carlton. He's had a breakout game tonight, and that's great to see from him. And starting to get that production going this season. Corday Blair getting additional snaps with Caden Forte out tonight. And Corday Blair has been really good in picking up big yardage, picking up first downs. Jonathan Spikes, of course, having another good game. So multiple contributions from multiple different Bengals. We're seeing a good game from Gio Iacampo. He's made a couple nice throws on the run. So that's really good to see Gio Iacampo progressing as well as that quarterback kind of battle, I guess, continues with the quarterback carousel that's going on. And a good opportunity here now for the Bengals. They have a 20-point lead in the second half. Honestly, don't want to give anything away, but you have some freedom to try some things out if you feel that, that's what you want to do. So the Bengals with a big opportunity here in the second half to pull away and get things going here tonight. So we've seen a good game. It's been a little bit slower as far as highlight plays go, but we saw that last week. We're used to that. So the Bengals against an 0-2 Lutheran West team they're doing pretty well right now, but still a lot of way to go here in the second half, and we're just about ready to get the second half of action started. So we're going to throw it down to the field for the second half of action. All right, and I was informed at halftime that it was a roughing the kicker call that brought the football back for the Bengals. There was a lot of confusion here up in the booth on what actually happened. The Bengals were punting, and then all of a sudden they had the football again. And roughing the kicker is a serious penalty. I mean, you got to be real careful with that, and it can really cost the team. So appreciate all of you again for tuning in tonight for this evening's matchup. Week 3, Friday Night Football, and a jam-packed weekend of football coming up. So something to be excited for Ohio football fans, of course. As we get ready for the second half of action, the Bengals won the coin toss, but they chose to receive. So Longhorns will get the ball to start the second half. Bengals to kick off, Majors, and we are underway in half number 2. And again, trouble with the kickoff and a slip and a fall. Ball might have come out there. Bengals think they have it, or at least Coach Wilson on the sideline. Looks like it will be Lutheran West football. Again, I mean, Lutheran West has just had trouble with those kickoffs all night long. It is a windy night here at John Carroll. First and 10 for the Longhorns. They've struggled offensively tonight, but not too terrible on offense. They just haven't been able to make the plays when they really need to make them. Here's the snap. Quick handoff and run back towards the inside, but it's not going very far. Good start for the Bengals defense. As we look at the replay there, and a big pile. It's tough to see who's in there. Gabe Dolan, as we're hearing here in the stadium, was in there, and maybe Will Eschke as well. Bengals defense continuing to do a nice job. 2nd and 9 for Lutheran West. Shotgun formation here for the quarterback. He's going to hand it off again, and this time, again, not going very far. And very, very slow to start this half is the Lutheran West offense. So they lost yardage there, and it'll be a 3rd and 11. The Longhorns come out. I think that's Kelly Mickler who takes the direct snap and makes a decent run, but taken down there by Tyrell O'Neal. And Kelly Mickler is going to be just short of the first. Well, he picked up about half the yardage, so now a 4th down. Spikes and O'Neal there on the play as we look at it again. And Kelly Mickler, as we mentioned in the first half, former Bengal. 4th and 6. And the Lancers, or excuse me, not the Lancers, that was 2 weeks ago. The Longhorns are going to go for it. No, correction, that's my apologies. A punt, and it passes the 50. It's going to take a bounce at the 45 and roll out of bounds. Lutheran West's punt set looks a little bit different than we've seen in the past, so that's where the confusion comes in. A lot of back and forth with possession in this game. As we look at the Bengals sideline, I wonder how many sophomores will get into this game as Matthew First back out there. He brings Corday Blair to his left. Motion from Carlton. Here's the snap.
First, rolling out, throwing on the run, complete to Tremel Reese. He stays in bounds, past the 35, down to the 30-yard line, finally out of bounds, and Tremel Reese picks up a big first down on first down. And a nice job by Matthew First, staying alive in the pocket as we look at the replay. And finally pushed out of bounds is Tremel Reese, but he's doing a really nice job tonight. And the wide receiving core as a whole has been doing a good job. And a timeout taken here. And we have an injured player on the far side of the field. And it looks like it's going to be a Lutheran West player. He's back on his feet. That's number 23. He's played a pretty big impact in this game. Michael Galt Jr., sophomore, and this Blue West team is very young. We've seen that a lot tonight. They're just doing their best to develop the young guys on their roster. So after the big pickup on first down for Benedictine, it'll be a 1st and 10. At the 31-yard line. Carlton and Reese here on the near side. Antoine Smith on the far side. Spikes over there as well. First shotgun formation. Blair in the backfield. Motion from Carlton. Here's the snap. First takes it, hands it off to Blair. Blair breaks the tackle, keeps going up the middle. He's got himself another first down. Really nice start to this drive. And the Bengals looking to get back on the scoreboard again. And what would really solidify themselves in this game, trying to pull away from the Longhorns. Longhorns have kind of hung around. I know it's 20-0, but it really hasn't felt that way through this game. I mean, it feels like the Longhorns could still pose a threat here, but the way that their offense has been lately, it might be challenging for them. First in shotgun formation, he brings Blair to his left, and they're going to hand it off to Corday Blair again. This time it's not going to go for as much. In a pickup of maybe 3 yards, it'll be 2nd down. Second and 9. Just over 8 minutes left to go here in this 3rd quarter of action. Shotgun formation for First. 2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. It's Reese and Carlton on the near side. Another handoff. Blair up the middle. Big hit, but he's down inside the 5. 1st and goal. So the running clock here in high school football doesn't apply until a 35-point lead. So the Bengals still have a little bit of ways to go here until that happens. But a 1st and goal with 4 yards to go. First is going to line up under center. A lot of the run game on this drive besides that one big pass. Another handoff up the middle. And the Bengals powering out of it. Corday Blair. What are they going to say? Just short, it looks like. Yeah, 2nd and goal. Wow, Corday Blair was close. We'll take another look. Powering up the middle and somehow staying on his feet and almost breaking free there from Crago Pierce. But he's going to be just short, and we have a stoppage of play. Another injured Longhorn. You can sign up now for Shadow Days, our Bengal for a Days.
You can also sign up for HSPT prep courses and the HSPT test itself. For more information, you can visit cbhs.edu/admissions. Look forward to seeing all of our shadows. Always a lot of fun having them around the school, and really growing the school with some big classes. As we look down on the field, the injured player was number 10. That is Pierce, but he appears to be okay walking off his own power. Big incoming freshman class we just had. Like to have that happen again. So, love what we're seeing. All right, 2nd and goal. They've got about like a yard to go, if that, here on 2nd down. First is going to line up under center again. O'Connell and Blair in the backfield. One wide receiver on each side. The handoff goes to Blair. Up the middle, touchdown, Benedictine. Corday Blair has found the end zone and extended the Bengals' lead. Another look at it, no problem for Corday Blair, right up the middle. And on that, I mean, with such little yardage to go, you expected it to be no problem for Blair. So now the Bengals extending their lead. They're going to come out for the PAT with Nate Majors. Carlton to hold. Here's the snap, hold, kick, and it is good. Nate Majors continues to be very productive for this Benedictine offense and special teams. So now, with 7:07 left to go here in just the 3rd quarter of action, the Benedictine Bengals lead this game 27-0. And you really feel like this is something that the Bengals offense needed after a rough week last week, just putting 7 points on the board in the first drive of the game. And now the Lutheran West offense, again, we'll see what they're made of, but they really struggled last time out. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight for our Friday night Week 3 matchup. We really do appreciate the continued support with our BSBN broadcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Then you can be notified about our broadcast. Isn't that great? Nice kickoff there from Majors. And again, trouble with it. Who's going to fall on it? The Longhorns are going to fall on it, but wow. Almost another bad situation for Lutheran West. Chauncey Watson, who we've seen a little bit of him at quarterback. He was able to fall on it after fumbling it there. Now he limps off the field. Wow, and Lutheran West, I mean, the special teams has been all over the place, and every kickoff feels like an opportunity to get a turnover for the Bengals. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Longhorns. There's Jeremiah Krieger. He's played a big impact for Benedictine this season. After a sort of limited role last year, but still played an impact last year too. He got a lot of playing time. A big part had to do with the fact that the Bengals were up by so much in a lot of games that a lot of young guys got a lot of opportunities. A flag there on that play, and that's going to help the Longhorns out. Flag came in late. So they're going to give the Longhorns an automatic first down here. At the 45-yard line of the Bengals, the Longhorns start in shotgun formation. Here's the snap, high snap, handoff, and a run up the middle isn't going very far, and that'll make it second down. Back out there at quarterback for Lutheran West is Dev McDonald, the sophomore, starting over listed quarterback Christian Kelly, the junior quarterback. Apologies, early in the broadcast we had them mixed up as there's a replay of the run, and the Bengals getting in there quickly. Marquise Norman there looked like he had the best hold on him, and now it'll be a 2nd and 9 after a pickup of just 1 yard. And the run game hasn't been too successful for Lutheran West. Here's the snap, another handoff. It's Dway, and Krieger got pushed off there. He was trying to make the tackle, but eventually taken down, and again, not a very big pickup. That makes it 3rd down, and Micah Smith in there. Here we go. Lutheran West comes out for a big 3rd and 9, looking to get anything going offensively. McDonald takes the snap, and it's fumbled. Lutheran West, I think they got it back. They just fell on it. We'll see. Bengals think they have it, and they do! Will Eschke comes out of the pile with the football. They're getting the ball back. How about that? We'll take another look. Another just not a bad snap by any means, and it looks like Cam Hill was in there as well, but Will Eschke eventually came out of the pile. There's our student section. It's kind of dissipated as the game's gone on, but I'm telling you, the snapper's not even doing a bad job. The Longhorns are just having trouble corralling the football. So Benedictine now with the ball again on offense, and they'll be let out by quarterback Matthew First, the senior. He's got his 3rd year of very significant playing time on varsity. Started the last 2 years, switching with Iacampo this year. Shotgun formation. He's going to bring the running back to his right. Fakes the handoff. That's Earl Jackson. First is going to look to throw. He's going to heave it over the top to a wide open Earl Jackson, just out of the reach of his fingertips. 2nd and 10. Not a bad throw by First, but just overthrew him. Bengals have some of the younger guys out there now. We've seen a lot of Earl Jackson, but that could be also due in part to the absence of Caden Forte. Matthew First is going to be in shotgun formation. Now he's going to go under center. Reese and Carlton on the near side. Smith on the far side. First back in shotgun with Jackson in the backfield. Brings him to his left. Shea's the tight end. And Lutheran West jump. That'll be a flag. And that'll push the Bengals up. And that will be an automatic. No. Okay, it's 2nd and 5, but the chains say first down. That confusion happens a lot more than you'd think here. Matthew First in shotgun formation with Earl Jackson in the backfield. Reese and Carlton on the near side. Now Jackson to the left of Matthew First. Takes the snap. He's going to throw. Complete. Antoine Smith. He finds the outside. Stiff arm. First down. And Antoine Smith moving the football. And again, a really nice, productive game from the Bengals wide receiving core. And all of them have played a good impact, as there's the replay. And a nice stiff arm there on number 11, Chauncey Watson. And Bengals keep moving the football here, looking to extend their lead. Another first down. Matthew First comes out, and we have some whistles. We have a timeout taken by Lutheran West. So that's going to be their first timeout. It seems like they've taken timeouts in the past, but that's just been injuries. So 3 timeouts still left for the Bengals and 2 for the Longhorns. Join us for our youth basketball camp. You can join Coach Winston Grays and his staff for the Benedictine Bengals basketball fall training camp. This camp is for grades 5 through 8 and will take place inside Truman Memorial Fieldhouse on October 20th and 21st from 6 to 7:30 p.m. For more information on how to register, visit cbhs.edu/camps. And I'll continue to reiterate it. Just a really nice job for the Bengals to come out tonight and take care of business. I mean, this Lutheran West team has struggled so far this season, and the Bengals weren't fooling around, and they got some scores on the board early. They established their presence, and now they're looking to add to their lead again. As this handoff goes to Earl Jackson, he has a nice run. And I think he got the first, yeah, a first down run for Earl Jackson. And he's making an impact here on the ground. A good run by Earl Jackson. And so now the Bengals find themselves with a 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Knocking on the doorstep again. Jackson in the backfield with First, who's under center. Another handoff to Jackson. Jackson bounces it towards the outside, and he's going to be about 5 yards in, so it'll be 2nd and about 5. Second and 4, the official ruling, and Earl Jackson showing off his speed on the ground here. First under center, Jackson in the backfield again. The snap, hand off to Jackson. Jackson towards the outside, he's into the end zone, touchdown, Benedictine. Earl Jackson, an incredible job. He found the hole and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Bengals doing a really nice job running the ball, mixing it up with their running backs, and they're in for another touchdown. We have a timeout on the play. We'll have to wait and see who called it. I did miss that, and so, yes, injury timeout, missed that. On the goal line, there is a down player. Still having trouble identifying which team. And we have a cart coming out now. It is a Lutheran West Longhorn. It's number 56. Now he is going to be able to walk off the field on his own power. That's Isaiah Wilson, the junior lineman for the Longhorns. And Bengals now lead 33-0. Let's see, are they going to try for 2 here? It looks like they might. Just because, from what I'm reading, no, they're going to kick it. From what I'm reading, the running clock is 35 points. But They'll take their PAT to go up 34 as long as Majors hits it. Here's a snap, hold, kick. Majors' kick is good. Wow. A rough kick from Majors, but he was able to hit it through. Majors, that was a little bit of a weird kick. He kind of line drived it, but it went in. Looked like that might have been his first miss, but no, Nate Majors stays consistent. Still 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. There's our student section again, and another nice showing for the Benedictine student section. I know we mentioned it before, but I mean, small school, but our students really love the sports. And a lot of love, especially towards football and hockey. So, Bengals lead is 34. 3 minutes left. Longhorns getting the ball back here. We'll go ahead and take a look at that first down statistic again. 12 first downs for Benedictine and 5 for the Longhorns. So, Bengals still dominating in that category, but again, they've had a lot of big plays and another trouble with the kickoff. The Bengals have it! Unbelievable! The Longhorns can't handle a kickoff. And for the Bengals, it's number 16. That's James Jackson. How about that? Oh, my. And James Jackson slides in there and takes the ball away. Unbelievable. And the Bengals are going to have another scoring chance here. I mean, every kickoff, it seems like there's some kind of trouble for Lutheran West. And the Bengals are fired up now. They've got all the momentum. So now it is Gio Iacampo back out there. Kellen Donnelly, the sophomore, in the backfield at running back. And we have a timeout taken by the Longhorns. And that is their second timeout. That leaves them with one remaining. Lutheran West, the JV football team plays Lutheran West tomorrow. The freshman football team already beat Lutheran West, as we mentioned earlier in the telecast. The soccer team played Lutheran West on Wednesday. They unfortunately lost, but it was a hard-fought game right up until the end when Lutheran West kind of pulled away. Soccer team plays Gilmore Academy tomorrow night away at Gilmore, so that's a 5/7 start with JV and varsity. Gio Iacampo in shotgun formation. Donnelly in the backfield. Xander Smith and Luke Carlton on the near side. Handoff goes to Kellen Donnelly, and he's wrapped up. And a nice job there by number 20, Brody Walden, for Lutheran West. And Kellen Donnelly's first varsity run goes for only about 1 or 2 yards. 2nd and 9. Bengals definitely starting to mix up who's out on the field. We see number 81 for Benedictine. That's Xander Smith, the transfer from St. Ignatius. Jeremiah Krieger and Luke Carlson are on the far side. Donnelly in the backfield with Iacampo. Iacampo now lining up under center. Patrick Shea at tight end. The snap, Iacampo runs to the right, hands up to Donnelly. Donnelly finds a hole, powering forward. He's got a first down. Kellen Donnelly, the third running back of the night for the Bengals. That's made a nice little impact. Donnelly with blocks from Pat Shea and Max Lozier on that right side, as well as Carlton. And a first down again for Benedictine, continuing to move the sticks. Here we go, 1st and 10. Bengals at the 27-yard line. Iacampo under center, brings Shea in motion. Donnelly in the backfield again, another handoff. He had a little bit of trouble with it looks like, but he still picked up about 4 yards, 2nd down. And it looks like he picked up less than we initially thought, so it'll be 2nd and 8. And another timeout taken here. No, excuse me, end of the quarter. So your score, Benedictine 34 and Lutheran West 0. We'll take a short break and we'll be back here watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium, where the score is Benedictine 34 and Lutheran West 0. 2nd and 8 for the Bengals offense here, looking to score again. Gio Iacampo stands in shotgun formation with the running back Kellen Donnelly in the backfield. Jeremiah Krieger's here on the near side, Pat Shea at tight end, Carlton and Reese on the far side. Iacampo throws on the run. He's got a man in the end zone. Oh, just overthrown to Jeremiah Krieger, just through the hands, and that'll make it 3rd and 8. We'll look at it again. Iacampo so good at throwing on the run, and he found a man there, just overthrown. Krieger couldn't quite get there. So now a big 3rd and 8 for the Bengals. And we'll try to get you some out-of-town scores here during this 3rd quarter as well. First out-of-town score, little Guardians update. It's 6-0. 6-0 Guardians lead the Rays, so that's good to see. Now we'll switch to high school football as it's 3rd and 8. Iacampo throws complete. And a nice run by Pat Shea down inside the 10 to the 5. And a 1st and goal. Pat Shea picking up some yardage on the ground. Highland beat Avon Lake 34-7. Elyria Catholic getting blown out by Midview 41-7. Riverside up big on Cathedral Prep. And the Bengals have the Ramblers on the schedule later this season, so interesting to see that they're struggling. Riverside looks good this year. Perry up 25-15 on Harding as Iacampo's under center. Donnelly in the backfield and a 1st and goal. Handoff goes to Kellen Donnelly. Has some trouble there, and the Longhorns wrap him up for a loss. Amherst Steel up 34-0 on North Olmsted. NDCL and Kenston in the 4th quarter. The Lions lead 38-28. They look good, so that'll be a big test for the Bengals next week. That'll really establish, what the Bengals are looking like this year. CVC8 blew out Woodridge 42-0. A lot of blowouts. Wadsworth big over Medina 47-0. Lake is up 34-28 on Rocky River. Hudson blew out St. Vincent St. Mary 49-0. Alliance up 40-13 on Streetsboro. Alliance looks pretty good as well. Motion here from Carlton. Iacampo looks to throw. He finds... Oh! He had Carlton there. But a tough pass as Carlton was already on the ground. And then I'll make it 3rd and 11. Willoughby South and Brush tied at 28. Wow, what a game. Brush is a lot better this year. We've seen some improvement from them and a little battle between Willoughby and Lyndhurst, South Euclid area. So that's a little local rivalry. So that's, exciting to see. As the Bengals line up here for a 3rd and 11. Iacampo under center. He's going to drop back to pass, throw over the top, and it's caught! Touchdown! Xander Smith. A nice catch over the shoulder. What a nice throw by Gio Iacampo as well, and he came down with it even with good coverage there by Lavelle Ramsey and the Bengals. And Xander Smith getting his first touchdown as well. You love to see it. Now, the extra point for Nate Majors. Snap, hold, kick. Nate Majors hits it again, and it is good. Fairview Park, big on orange. Wow, 63-28. I mean, that is crazy. A lot of good games going on. Mayfield down 59-39. What a high-scoring game to Nordonia. That's only in the 3rd quarter. Shaker Heights up 7-0 on Solon. Looking for the St. Ignatius Mentor score here. Oh, it's not on here, so that's unfortunate. I will find that for you guys here. That was a good game right as ours was starting. Ignatius led 7-0. We'll give you an update here. It's currently Mentor 35, St. Ignatius 21 in the 4th quarter. So, the game is over. It just ended like as we speak. So Ignatius loses to Mentor. They now fall to 0-3. Ignatius is on our schedule here later this year. Week 6 at Don Shula Stadium. We are the away team. And now the Bengals up 41-0, and it really feels like a game from last year. It's kind of a refreshing feeling after 2 nail-biters the last 2 weeks. The Bengals have been able to take control in this game, and they've played a really well-rounded, solid game here. Nate Majors kickoff. They're trying to kind of catch Lutheran West lacking, but they are able to corral it this time, get past the 40-yard line to the 41. And their offense will come back out onto the field. So the Lutheran West offense back out there. Shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, throws quick, wrapped up. And it's Earl Jackson on the defensive side of the ball. Bengals defense, I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but they've got an opportunity to basically have perfection in back-to-back weeks. 2nd and 13. Sands have cleared out a little bit. Lutheran West offense back out there again for this second and long after the loss of yardage. Shotgun formation again. The quarterback hands it off, and another good defensive play. And at the bottom of the pile, there's Javion Levitt, and he's done pretty well for himself here tonight. Quarterback Dev McDonald with the handoff right here. And the running back Dway got tripped up a little bit at first by number 56. That's Isaac Sprogus. And then Javion Levitt finished it off there. There is a flag on the play. And that's going to push the Longhorns back even more. Didn't see the flag come in, but... And the clock is running at this point. So, shouldn't be too much longer before the Bengals can seal this victory. It's going to be a 3rd and 27. When you combine the flag with the tackle for loss, and now Lutheran West having a rough night offensively. They're going to lose another game. The Bengals are going to improve to 3-0. Something they failed to do last year with a Week 3 loss, as that deep pass is out of the hands, and a nice coverage there by number 18, Javion Levitt. So now 4th and 27. We'll see what Lutheran West does at this point, but it's a pretty nice pass there. Pass was intended for number 14, Jaden Taylor, the junior wide receiver, but unable to come down with it after good coverage. And Bengals, like I was saying before, looking to improve to 3-0. Lutheran West is going to fall to 0-3. Benedictine going into a big week next week on the road, as this punt will fall down at about the 42 and roll past to about the 50-yard line to the 49. Big test next week against NDCL, and it'll be crucial for the Bengals to prove themselves against a very strong NDCL team who's showing their strengths again tonight. So, in a week where the Bengals expected to come in and basically dominate, they've done that. They've completed that task, but now it goes into next week, which is where the real gauntlet of the schedule begins. In 3 straight weeks, you've got NDCL, who's very strong, Lake Catholic, who's going to be a very tough opponent, and then St. Ignatius as well. So that is that's a tough 3 weeks for Benedictine. Here's the snap and a handoff, tripped up. Not going to go very far. The Bengals aren't, at this point, trying to score. On the run there was Earl Jackson again. Looks like the Bengals may have lost a yard. Yeah, so it's going to be 2nd and 11. And a lot of young players on the field now for Benedictine, so we'll try to identify motion there. And actually, new quarterback as well. That's Lamir Primus, the sophomore. Getting a little chance here on varsity, so that's good to see. And a lot of the JV guys on the field now, so a lot of numbers you probably don't recognize. We'll try and keep you updated with those numbers. And wow, Lutheran West band getting loud again. Just have little spurts here and there where they really make a lot of noise. But this clock continues to run down, and we're gonna get out of here pretty early tonight, so that's good to hear. Lamir Primus under center. He's gonna fake the handoff. He's gonna try and throw. He's gonna run it himself. Oh, he Little pump fake, spinning, and he gets about 6 yards on the quarterback keeper, and it'll be 4th down and about 4. Lamir Primus had a good year last year for the freshman football team. They did very well for themselves. And the freshman football team has had a good stretch of years where they've been very successful. It's 4th and 3. I know my freshman year. I know Luca mentioned it no, not last week, 2 weeks ago when I was a freshman football kicker. And then last year, very well. And then this year, they've yet to lose. They tied Padua 8-8. That is crazy. I mean, not a lot of points scored through any level against Padua. The JV game, I think, was 16-8. So a lot of low-scoring games against the Bruins organization. As this handoff goes for a couple yards, it will be a turnover on downs. The run there with number 30, Cashlin Fort. Are they going to give the Bengals the first? Doesn't matter. The clock runs out. End of the game really snuck up on us there. But the Bengals come out victorious tonight from Don Shula Stadium. The final score, Benedictine 41 and Lutheran West 0. We are going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back to wrap up this evening's game. Again, the final score, Benedictine 41, Lutheran West 0.
Around the city, and you're supposed to go out there and help create a better world because you went to Benedictine. You have the opportunities that we have here.
Being a man of Benedictine is just being relentless and being resilient. I don't believe that any other school would have done that for me and given me that personal connection.
I'm blessed to just have people around me who all want to chase the same thing, which is greater life through Christ and just to be better people at the end of the day. I'm glad that I get to go to school with you guys and call you guys my brother.
Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium tonight, where the final score is Benedictine 41 and Lutheran West 0. Welcome back to the broadcast booth here as the Bengals, with a very, very well-played game all around tonight. The defense pitches their second straight shutout in a good game. We're going to send it down to the field here for the alma mater. So the Bengals victorious tonight. They advance to 3-0 next week. Their next test is the NDCL Lions. It's at Notre Dame Cathedral, and we're hoping to bring you live coverage next week, much like we did last week at Padua. But again, stay posted on our social channels for updates regarding to that. So that's going to do it for our coverage tonight from Don Shula Stadium. We'd like to thank our entire outstanding crew, and I had to write it down because we have so many guys helping out tonight, and one of our best crews yet, and I really, really do think that we have one of the best crews in high school broadcasting. So our director and switcher, as always, Mr. Brian Devers, incredible job. Ronan Nystrom helping him, technical assist as well. Our scoreboard and graphics, Matthew Lloyd. Our replay, Ryan Tauby. Our audio, Devin Heston, incredible job again as well. Our cameras, a lot of guys tonight. Vincent Nixon, Dom Heskamp, Dresden, Washington, John Queener, and then also photos and mixing it up and stuff. Kendall Harris, Scotty Wojtasik, Teddy Johnson, James Wankata, Chinja Scott, and Devin Cabral. So an incredible crew tonight, and we all thank you for tuning in to this week's game. We're hoping to see you next week at Lutheran West. But until then, again, tonight's final score, Benedictine 41 and Lutheran West 0. This is Patrick Lloyd signing off from Don Shula Stadium for the last time, saying so long, everybody. Go Bengals.